Hey everybody, it's Angela, and this video is a layout prep video, and it's in response to a challenge by Nicole over at Scrapology. And her challenge, she's doing her 2,000 subby giveaway challenge, and part of the challenge is first to make a layout prep video. You have to use at least 2 different kinds of paper, at least by different manufacturers, at least 3 different kinds of embellishments by different manufacturers, and at least 2 types of lettering, and then explain your thought process, and then do a second video where you show the finished layout and go over what you did do or didn't do, or why you changed your mind, and all that kind of good stuff. So anyhow, I've never done a layout prep video before, so you're going to have to bear with me. One thing I learned is that I'm not sure I really have a prep routine or anything. It's just kind of freeform, so this is kind of difficult for me, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay, so the thing that I want to scrapbook about is a cow. And so I had this cow paper by Studio Calico that's just going to be perfect for this cow pictures. So since I'm basing it off of this paper as my background paper, these are the colors that I'm going to go with. So with that in mind, I picked out 2 cardstocks that I thought went well with the paper, and that's what I'm going to use to mat my cow photos on. And then as far as other papers, I went into my stash and I pulled out different papers from different manufacturers that I thought also went with the collection. I've got just this overall print, and I tried to pick different manufacturers. Like, this is a basic gray. This one for layering is a Cosmo Cricket. Here's an October Afternoon Polka Dot. And because it is a cow and I was kind of thinking barn or something, I pulled out a couple different wood grains. Not sure about those. I found this nice, my mind's eye blue paper that matched pretty well with just a texture, and a nice big polka dot by Lily Bee Design. So I didn't want really any florals. I wanted it to be mostly designs and more graphic designs, because these cows are pretty graphic. And then also, you know, kind of more natural colors, because the pictures are of a cow outdoors. So that was kind of my thought process for that. And then I went into my stickers. For embellishments, I chose a couple different sheets of stickers that I liked some of these colors. Like this border color here is a good color. It's got some of the colors from the paper in there. This one too had some of the same colors. And then I found some of these little journal cards. I found some buttons that I thought the colors went really good with. And then also some washi tapes that I liked the colors of. I've never used these little flags from Basic Gray, and they've got some fun little colors in there, so I'm not sure if these will work or not, but I pulled them out. I pulled out these Melody Ross paper clips, and I'm kind of looking at this one that says Life, because I like the colors on that, and I like that it's kind of about, well, you'll see what the things, but it'll work for the layout. And then I also found some Jelly Bean Soup, like date, place, kind of labels. And then I also pulled out, because we have to use at least 2 different types of letters, some smaller letters, and then some thickers in some different colors I thought coordinated well. So these are the products I'm starting with, and I'm mostly going by colors, going by the type of patterns that I'm wanting. I'm trying to get a little bit of different textures, you know, with these clips and buttons and the tape, and dimension that I'll get with that. And then probably once I get it mostly scrapped, I'll go one more time through my 3D embellishments just to see if there's something else that'll really go with it, or if there's a place on the layout where it just needs something, then I'll do some searching, you know, maybe go through my ribbons, or because I don't really want to use flowers on this, I'll leave those alone, and yeah, look for 3D label stickers or something like that. So I'll go through my stash at that point. So anyhow, this is how I think. This is what I look at and consider when I'm starting a layout. So now I'm going to get to scrapping, and we'll see what I come up with. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey everybody, it's Angela. Okay, so I did my prep video already, and hopefully you guys have seen that. I might attach these two videos just to make it more cohesive. I'm not sure yet. But anyhow, this is the layout that I finished with. And here it is. And this layout is about a steer named Sherman. And hopefully this won't be controversial, but I have purchased Sherman to put in the freezer. He was a 4-H steer. He was underweight when it came time at the fair to go into the auction, but he's since come up to weight and everything, and so she needs to sell him and recoup her costs, and so I'm going to get a side of beef. We're splitting it with a friend, and I'm going to put a lot of it in the freezer, the roasts and steaks and hamburger and stuff like that. The rest I'm going to have them make into like stew meat chunks, and then I'm going to can them. So anyhow, but I went to see Sherman. I've never gone and met the beef that I was going to eat, so it was a little different for me too and everything, but you know, that's life, and I, you know, do eat meat, so I know some of you may not, so that's why I said it might be somewhat controversial, but anyhow, this is the layout I came out with, and I did a lot of layering, and I kind of kept it a central cluster, and I know that the eye kind of reads like a Z pattern, so your eye kind of comes in. I got like a visual stop here, comes to the thing, and comes down like this. And that was what I was, my thought process behind how I arranged it. And I went and stuck with these kind of bright yellows, the kind of blue. I've got a little bit of gray, and a little bit of this tealish green color in there as well. And let me show you the products I used. The cow paper in the background is by Studio Calico, and that's from the Countryside collection. So that's the base paper. And then I also used some of this wood grain because it reminded me of a barn and stuff. And that's the jelly bean soup, apple cheddar soup milk paper. The this dot in the background, this big yellow dot, is from the Double Dutch Lemonade, the Lily Bee design. So that's the yellow polka dot. The this kind of blue color you can see peeking out here is from the 29th Street Market by My Mind's Eye. Let's see if you can see that a little better. So I think those are all the papers I used, and then I also stuck in a few little journaling cards, like this little one that has the canning jar on it, this one that I actually journaled on, and this little numbered piece, and those are from the, oh, here it is, the For the Record, who is this? Echo Park. So a lot of these little journaling things that I stuck in there are from that. And then for the embellishments, I used a sticker from this Bella Boulevard. It's actually a school themed sticker sheet, but it had the Hello, My Name Is, and that's where I got that one from, Bella Boulevard. And then this little banner down here that I put the tank is a little banner sheet from this Jelly Bean Soup sticker sheet. And then some of these other, I don't know if you can see them very well, this little flag right here and this little thing that says noted right there are both from this sticker sheet. Oh, and there's also, let's see, I think I used, down in here there's this little piece and this little stripey piece, and those are some of the borders from this. And then here's where I took the flag and stuff, and those are the clippings by Basic Gray. So it's another sticker sheet that I used. The paper clip up in the corner is from the Melody Ross collection. And the two alphabet stickers that I used for Sherman, I used these American Crafts Studio Calico stickers. And then for the tank, I used these Jelly Bean Soup alphas. And so those are all my papers, my embellishments, and my two letterings. And then, my last embellishment that I used was some washi tape. And I don't know who the manufacturers are, but I had this gray chevron, this really narrow kind of mustardy color, and then this patterned mustard kind of color. And I used them again up here, and there's some of this narrow stuff down here. So I kind of spread the washi tape throughout there. Now the products that I did not use, that I showed during my prep video, and I'll tell you why I didn't use them. Oops, get these out of the way. Was I liked the colors on this one, but the patterns were just too small along with the patterns that were already on the background paper of that, so it was just competing too much. And the same way with this blue dot, it was just too small of a dot, so that's why I went with the big yellow polka dot to get a little bit bigger scale. Same way with this gingham, and the green in the gingham didn't quite match the tealish green of the cow in the paper there. And then I didn't use this wood grain because it was too orange, and I went with this more brown, darker brown color because it just went better with my background paper. And then on the lettering, I had pulled out some other thickers. I liked the gray color of these, but they were too big of a font. This one, they were just too light and didn't show up very well. It just didn't pop, so I didn't use those. I went with the Sherman, the teal color, because it would just pop more. And then because I went with that, I went with the smaller gray letters for the subtitle, and I did not use these because these would have clashed with the color of the Sherman letters. So that's why I did not use these. And on the embellishments, I did not use these flags. I really wanted to because I haven't used them yet, but the colors were just too saturated of blue, red, and yellow, and they were too primary, too saturated. And all the colors in this paper are desaturated and kind of, grayed down or brown, has a brownish tone to it. So I didn't use that. I did go into my stash and pull out this little piece of matching ribbon that kind of matched with this cow, and this one embellishment with the knife, fork, and spoon on it, which was a magnet that I just took the magnet off the back and used a Zot to put it on there. So that's the only extra things I put on that weren't in my prep video. So anyhow, this was quite a challenge. It's not the way I normally work. Well, I guess it is the way I normally work. It's just that I've never had to actually think about it and explain it to anyone. So I really had fun doing it, and if you have any questions or anything about the products, please just let me know in the comments below. Thanks, Nicole, for the challenge. I had a great time. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.